Hi friends, welcome to another video. Welcome if you are new. I hope you're all having a wonderful week and I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today we are building a new home for Vanessa Jeong from the Get Famous expansion pack. Her home to me did not reflect her personality, and as a lot of EA games like EA homes are, it was very empty and sad. So I kept the edging of the lot and the landscaping and stuff because I liked the way they decorated the sides of the lot and made it blend into the surrounding area. So I kept all of that, and basically all I did was delete the house and edit the outside a little bit. But I deleted the house and built a brand new house, and I struggled for a bit with the roofing. I think I cut some of it out, but in the end we really work it out, and I have a split level living room inside, and the whole home is just beautiful, and I really am so happy with it. I think that it is well cluttered but not overly cluttered. The kitchen is the most cluttered because there's shelves and not like upper cabinets, so I think that it worked really well. This home is very beautiful to me. So it is on the Upland Place lot in Delso Valley, which is where Vanessa lives by default, and it is a 40 by 30, and this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, and it comes in at 56,457 simoleons. I really love the way it turned out. As you can see, we add a little bit more to the shape over here so that it isn't so flat, and then over here we add a carport, which I thought I was going to do with this, but then I end up doing with a roof piece, and we get a side entrance over here. So there are 3 entrances to the house, one at the front of the house, one in the kitchen, and then one in the dining room at the back of the house. The bedroom ends up being in that front bump out, and then we get a big old living room with split leveling, because it, is a mid-century house, mid-century modern, honestly. And I just really love the way this house came out. I did a lot of research trying to find inspiration and trying to find ways to build and things to build for her house, ways to make it. Okay, I had to pause for a second to make sure that it was recording my audio, and it is. So we end up keeping some of the landscaping in the front with these big, what are these plants called? If you know what they're called, let me know. We kind of edit it a little bit so that it's little, one long planter instead of a couple little ones. And then we get a bunch of little plants and some more, we move the fencing over here so that it fits better, and we get a little hot tub area and some planters in the back, and the exterior is very minimal. I didn't feel I felt like she focused on the interior first and then added some stuff to the exterior, and then I don't know, I feel like she's not too focused on exterior decorations. So she has a couple lounge chairs and a hot tub and a couple planters in the back right corner, and that's pretty much it. And I kept the the terrain paint because I thought that it was really pretty. I like the way it worked. And I'm also really sorry if you can hear my chair moving. My chair is from the early 2000s, and so it's fallen apart. I need a new chair really bad, but they're so expensive, so that's gonna have to wait. But we end up with this cute little porch over here that you can enter in from the carport. If you park your car, you can go in, and I think it turns out really cute. So like I said, I pretty much left the rest of the lot the way it was and just deleted the house and built a new one. I did have a little goof where I gave her some dog treats, the clutter from cats and dogs on the counter, and a dog bowl, a bowl for the dog to eat. But there's no bathtub in this house. There's just a standing shower. So if you want to have a dog in this house, or if you want to give her a dog, you're going to need to maybe renovate the bathroom, delete one of the counters and put a tub in instead of the single stall sink. I almost said shink. My words are blending a lot today. I'm having an interesting kind of bad day. I had to go to a doctor today, and that doctor was not very kind to me, and was quite rude and made me feel really bad, and it was just not a fun time. So I'm having an interesting day, and we're having some issues with the AC in our apartment, and maintenance is I don't know. They're nice, but they're not. Some of them are not nice, so I don't really know. But so it's just been a bad day, and since tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the US, my husband has to work because he works nights. So normally he works overnight into the next day, but since they're closed around for Thanksgiving, they're working this afternoon instead of tonight. So he's at work right now. It is 4:30 on Wednesday. And yeah, so he is at work, so I decided that I finally had time to do this voiceover. Here you could see that originally I put the living room down one platform into the foundation, and then eventually I realized that that is not working for me. Like, I wasn't able to do what I wanted with the platform, with like the foundation. So what I do is I put all of it back up on a regular level, like the foundation, and then I put the house flat on the ground, and then add a platform, like make the porches platforms instead of porches, and then I raise the whole interior up one step, like in the platform, and then put maybe it was two steps, and then put the living room down one platform. So I don't know if I cut that out or not, but that is what happens. We get rid of the foundation and do the whole thing with platforms instead, and I think that that was a good decision. It made the living room make so much more sense. See here, you can see everything is a platform now, and you can see that the walls are shorter and that everything makes more sense. And here the wall, like the room, was not connected to this part, so I fixed that. And then up here on this little platform into the bedroom, we get a washer dryer, and I think it looks so cute up there. I really am happy with that decision. So this is what the flooring and wallpaper looks like, and we have these dividers, which I think added a mid-century feel, and we add a couple more so that they're on every like kind of corner. I loved placing this fireplace here because the blue perfectly matches the blue wallpaper, the blue paneling on the walls, and I thought it looked so cohesive and so pretty. So I'm very happy with that decision. I think the colors in here come out so good. We've got blues and yellows and like beiges, and I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out really pretty, and it came out better than I could have hoped for, and I'm very happy with the way this house turned out. I do think I keep these base game counters because they kind of have the mid-century modern feel and the colors that I wanted. We use a lot of Dream Home Decorator and a couple things from Cats and Dogs because it had this blue swatch, but mostly Dream Home Decorator because it has blues and yellows that I was using. And then the windows are from Get Famous, and the flooring is from Eco Lifestyle. This is probably one of my most used floorings, especially when I want like a lighter wood tone, so I think it worked really well. Here we're getting a couple of side tables, and we get a bookshelf above the left piece on this empty wall. Yep, right there. I think it looks really cute. And then later we put a piece of clutter on the shelf, and that's pretty much it for this little area. And then, like I said, this gets a washer dryer, which I think looks so cute and like realistic and really, what's the word, like useful, but not the word, that's not the word I'm looking for. So we get a rug, and then we get a chair over here. At first I thought this one, but it didn't have the colors I wanted, so I can't remember what chair we ended up using. I think the one from, I want to say Tiny Living. Is that the Tiny Living chair? That's a bowling nights chair, bowling stuffed chair in this blue color, and I think it's so cute. It's so pretty. I did build this like a week ago, I think, so I mostly remember it, but I'm trying to remember like the order in which I did things. We get a little TV and some clutter up here. There's not like a whole lot of clutter, like I said, most of the clutter's in the kitchen, but I think that the clutter that I do place is really cute. And all I could think about while watching this back is the show I was watching while I built this, which was The Worst Witch on Netflix. It's just a cute little show. I was having a bad day and I needed something cutesy to watch, so that is what I put on. And so now I'm just thinking about that show while I watch this build. I love this side door. I think it's such a cute little like bit over there, and it adds like an extra like window, and it's very cute. And then I had these lights, and I think that they added something, like some ceiling decor and some like texture, I think is what the word I'm looking for. And then in this little corner we get a hamper later. I think we're gonna go decorate a bit of the bedroom, maybe. I'm really, once again, I don't remember what order I did things in, because I kind of jumped around a lot with this build and like put down some furniture and then went back and finished the room, because I was trying to make sure that everything made sense. This is a really big bedroom, and I think that it works really well in this house, because it's not a small house, but like it's a small home, you know, like it's not a tiny house, but it's a small home. So here is where we get some Dream Home Decorator clothing. That was the word I was looking for. And I think it's very pretty over here, and I think it's very modern. We fit these little cabinets in because I didn't want, like I said, a bunch of visible clutter in all the spaces, so that's what we did there. And then over here we get the Eco Lifestyle like bench table thing, and then we get a ottoman at the foot of the bed, and I think it looks really, really pretty. So I wanted to ask you guys, what Squishmallow would you like to see an apartment for? I did, my most recent build was part of my new series, which is the Squish series, which is a series that I'm doing where I'm building apartments for Squishmallows. So the first one we did was for Wendy, who is the little bright green frog, and she's one of the first 8 Squishmallows to come out. Here's that bench I was talking about. I think that I add a couple candles and it looks really pretty. But and we built her an apartment with a office for her scientific studies, because she wants to be she's a scientist, and she really likes basketball. So I put a bunch of basketballs down, and so that's kind of the vibe for the series. Is I'm building apartments for Squishmallows, especially ones with like a lot of hobbies, because that makes them easier. So I have like a list on my phone of Squishmallows and what their hobbies are as some ideas. So I have some ideas for the next Squishmallow and like the future ones and stuff. But if you're a Squishmallow fan like I am, I would love to hear what Squishmallow you want to see me do a build for. What Squishmallow do you think has a good hobby that would work really well for an apartment? Some of them I might do little tiny houses for, but my plan right now is just to do apartments, because I don't really know how I would do an exterior for Squishmallow. I'm not really sure how to go about that. So I changed the tile out in the kitchen to this one. I think that it matched the shade of blue and yellow I was using, and like kind of brought the kitchen in with the rest of the house. So I liked that decision, and I think that it was a good idea. Here I think we're gonna decorate the dining room now. I'm not really sure. I'm building kind of slow right now because I'm watching my show. But yeah, so what Squishmallows would you like to see builds for? I might do a poll over on my Twitter if Twitter doesn't disappear. Which you can find the link to my different social medias below. My Discord, my Twitch, my Twitter, my Instagram, all those links are always down below, as well as my gallery ID, which is autyyt, autyyt, where you can find this build on the gallery. I think this one is already up, so you can go find it. I have been really bad about uploading my builds to the gallery that I post on YouTube, and I need to be better about that. So this one is already up. I think I posted it after I built it because I was really proud of it and really enjoyed it. But like I said, my Twitter is below if you want to follow me there and be able to take part in the poll on which Squishmallow we build for next. And if you have any ideas for different kinds of styles that they would like, just leave that in the comment too, and then tweet me that too if you want, and just let me know what you think that whatever Squishmallow you want to build for would enjoy. I have a bunch of ideas and I'm really excited about it. Let me pick up my phone and tell you a couple of the Squishmallows, so maybe it will give you some ideas. So right now I have Nico, which is the orange axolotl. He likes food, art, and dinosaurs. He loves to cook, and he loves dinosaurs and working on art, so I feel like that would be a really good option. I like Indy, who's the crab, one of the crabs. He likes home improvements and doing like fixer-uppers and building things. So I think that I could do an apartment with like a woodworking bench on a balcony or something, or like in another room, and like maybe one of the fixer-upper apartments, and like maybe it's like half built or like run down and he's fixing up parts of it at a time or something. And then I've got a whole bunch of other ones, like maybe 10 options that I'm trying to choose between. So if either of those ones sound good, or if you have any other options that you think would be good, then please let me know. I would love to hear your opinions on the Squish series, because I really am excited for that series. I think after the holiday, I'm going to start work on Saturday, maybe, on the next apartment, and I'm so excited for it. So yeah, follow me over on Twitter if you want to vote on that, and leave a comment if you have any ideas for any Squishmallows with cool hobbies that would be good for building apartments for, because yeah, I would love to hear what you have to say. So here we are cluttering up the kitchen. Like I said, there's no upper cabinets, there's just shelves. Sorry, I thought I heard something. So it is very cluttered, but not cluttered. You know what I mean? Like, there's clutter. Like, here are the treats for the dog that doesn't have a bath. I don't know, maybe you could put a bathtub outside somewhere and pretend it's like a removable bath like people have, that you can like take outside and set up and bathe your dog and then bring back inside. My cat, if you hear thuds in the background, Ezio, one of my cats, is being a pest. Hey! There's a reason we call him Pestio and Pestilence, because he's a pest sometimes. But over here is where we put the fridge, and I think this was a really cute design idea to fill up the space over here and also keep the fridge away from the windows. Sorry, my dog's barking. 1 second. Okay, that was 0 time for you, but that was about 10 minutes for me, and I'm back. Okay. So I really like this little fridge area, and I really like the little shelf and trash can combo in this little corner. I think that it filled up the space very nicely. And again, we're getting some more decor, like some flowers. I think we put something on the coffee table. Maybe we don't put anything on the coffee table because I sized it down. I don't think I put anything on it because I didn't want to deal with decorating it, and I felt like I was doing such a minimal clutter style that it didn't need it. So here is the bathroom. As you can see, there's only a shower. I struggled with the camera in this house so much because of the platforms and the walls, and oh boy, the camera was a mess. So we used the Parenthood sink and a Parenthood countertop in here, and I think that it really goes well with the design of the house too. My cat is about to climb on the kitchen counters. Hey, let's go, come here. Sorry. This is my most used mirror. I love this mirror so much, and I love this shelf, and we need more shelves like it. And then I think we get like a candle, maybe, or something, like a little lantern. Oh, yeah, we get a salt lamp. I love this thing. It's from the new Pastel Pop Kit, and it's so pretty. Then we get a little towel, and I think we get something on the wall and a rug. And then that's it for the bathroom. We get some curtains. Yeah, we do get curtains. And then some toilet paper, and I thought I put a picture on the wall, but I guess I didn't. Here is that piece of clutter that we put the little hand sculpture on this little shelf, and then we go back into the dining room and start decorating it with some clutter pieces. So we get a couple things over here, and then a couple things on the dressers that we put in the corners on the other wall. Ezio! He is on the stove, and he's not supposed to be on the stove. But I think that this turns out really pretty, and then we get one of the seasons plants here, and I was gonna size it down, but it had a harsh shadow, so I just left it like that, and I think it like added some color, like the green, to the apartment, house, the house, Vanessa Jeong's house. It's a house. Oh my god, that would be Ezio knocking something off the counter, an empty can off the counter. Does anyone else have a cat that is just a typical cat that just ruins things and knocks things over? Because, like, I've never had a cat like that before, and I've had him now for 2 years, and That's just what he does. He's always done that. And I've never had a cat before him that ever did that. And he does it all the time. I wish that I had put the blue wallpaper behind the bed. I feel like that would have been where I should put the blue paneling instead of just having the white behind the bed. I think the blue would have brought the color scheme together more if I had put it behind the bed instead of on this wall over here. So I regret that choice, but that's such a minor like thing to regret. I also put the cracker rug down because I wanted to use it and I thought it was cute. And then here I think we are done with the interior and we're going outside now to finish up the exterior, which, like I said, is not a lot. There's not a lot out here. We put a couple of pieces of furniture on the porches, and then we get like a little paved space by the back porch that we put a hot tub and some lounge chairs. We add these flower boxes to most of the windows, which I thought was a really good design choice and like really just gave the house more life, which is something that her house needed. Vanessa is a very lively person. She is ambitious, cheerful, and neat. And she wants to, her favorite, or her hair color is like teal and green, and I just get the vibe from her that she's just very bright and happy and just needed a house that better suited her. So that's what I did. So the flowers on the outside, I think, really just gave it a Vanessa vibe, like a happy, outgoing, cheerful vibe. The flowers really needed, and I do realize that those lattices, what are they called? I don't know, are poking through the roof, so I do delete those two and add a bench there with some plants above it instead, because I do eventually notice that they're poking through the roof, so don't worry, that does get fixed. We add these snowy or cottage living things on the top of the roof because I felt like it needed some more details. And I think it was a good choice. I think that they look really pretty. I did have to redo them a million times because I did add like some floor pieces to the roofing, like so that the top of the roof was considered a room. So I could add trim in some spaces. And then the pieces all moved, so I had to move them back, which was very frustrating, but it's all good. So here is where I fixed the little fences here and add the hot tub and the seats and then some planters. We add a little bit more to the landscaping. We add a couple more trees, and we add some more of the flowers that are spotted around the lot. We just add a couple more of those in random places so that it's cohesive and like isn't too dissimilar from what it was before. See, here we are adding those. We just add a couple of them so that it kind of blends in with the rest of the lot that they had made originally. Like this pathway here is all on this lot. That whole pathway on the left is on this lot. So I did add a couple more pieces to kind of blend what I did and what they did together. And then here we get a couple of these little succulent things and a couch and a couple more things on the back porch, I think, maybe? Or is this it? And then I do go into debug to find a car that I thought fit her. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way this came out, and I hope you like it too. You can find this build on the gallery under my ID autyyt, autyyt, and that information is also down in the description below. And again, go check out my Twitter if you want to participate in the decision for which squishmallow we're going to be doing an apartment for next. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate, and a wonderful weekend if you do not. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys, I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you.